just how cheap is Bangkok? Well, it's a bargain for such a massive city. And how far can $5 go in the capital of Thailand? Well, let's see as we explore the cost of living in Bangkok. Swadee Cup, Thai black coffee cup. Cafe Mermaid. Any copyright claim there? Ah, yeah, already got the first hit of the day. 25 baht for this iced Thai coffee, bitter and dark like me. Just to give you an idea on the conversion rate, what we're dealing with today, the conversion rate, 100 Thai baht equals around $2.81. Reverse engineering that, doing some calculus, I get that $5 equals 178 Thai baht-ish, around about there. And that's our goal today. It's as simple as that. On these little side streets in Bangkok, these sois, you can find street food, little treats everywhere, and super inexpensive. Already we have our breakfast sorted. This is perfect. A little warm, gooey treat. He fried it up right there on the street. He had some other options, but this was the least expensive option we could go with. We're in a tourist area, so you want to avoid the big tourist items if you want to stretch your dollar here in Bangkok. And next on the list, I have something that's going to be pretty inexpensive. You just got to sneak down this little side soy over here off the main Sukhumvit line. What I really love about Bangkok is if you're around the area of Soi 11, the popular area near the Nana BTS station, there's so many people, there's so much going on there, but Bangkok has provided two massive parks. It's sort of Central Park that many people can go to where they can breathe fresh air, and they are huge and they are free. Let me show you. This is Benchakitti Park, and this is the eastern end of the park. It spans all the way over that way towards another park called Lumphini, and I'll show you that, and we'll make our way through the maze and labyrinth of paths. But this massive pond lake right here, it's all been recently set up, and there's a huge running track around the outside, and I'll come down here and run in the mornings, usually a little bit earlier before the sun starts to get too bright as it is now. And it stretches down that way, and it's perfect. You'll see so many people out here running. You can also come down here and spot the big giant lizards that are out fishing and bringing up fish and eating them up. Sorry, the guys are doing some gardening. This elevated path right here, it takes us all the way over the Benchakitti Central Forest. I'll just sit back and enjoy our little walk through the park here, because you'll see how spectacular it truly is. I mean, look at this. Isn't this stunning? This is a massive green space that all of us can enjoy for free. Over that way, there's some old, I think, tobacco depot places where they would store tobacco. They now converted them into paddleball courts and to basketball courts as well. And down here, you really want to come here at dawn or dusk to truly enjoy it without the Thai heat. But you get all those little paths going through there. You come down here on a Sunday, it is packed with everybody working out. And that's one thing I kind of regret in some of the big cities I've lived in. In Italy, there seems to be, and in Europe, there seems to be a lack of green spaces. And in Bangkok, one of the big cities in Southeast Asia, they've provided this space here. And remember, it's free. Now here's what's great. Between Benchakitti Park over there behind us and another big massive park over here, Lumphini Park, they've connected the two parks with the giant walkway that takes you over the motorway. It takes you over some of these historic neighborhoods right here. Could you imagine living in one of these little place is right here in the heart of Bangkok, and it runs for like 1 mile to reach Lumphini Park. And yes, it's aptly named the Green Mile. We've now come off the Green Mile, covered the distance from Benchakitti, and we're in this other fabulous park. This is Lumphini Park, connected by the Green Mile with Benchakitti. They got some tents, some various things set up right now because there's a fair going on in these days during the evening. But it is another one of those massive green spaces and a place you can come to at night to walk around, get your steps in, or to run around and get those miles in. I've been running in this park quite a few times, and it's also another one of those great parks to spot the giant lizards. This is a massive plus to have parks like this if you're living in Bangkok, to be able to step out your door and enjoy it for free. But also if you're here visiting Bangkok and you need some fresh air away from the hustle and bustle, to think here in Lumphini, we're just a few steps away to the south from some of the big shopping malls like Central World. You can come down here, breathe in the fresh air, get a moment of relax, and it's all for free. Swadee Cup. 8 baht. 8. We needed some water. We're leaving the parks behind, and well, I'm working up quite a hunger, and I want to show you what you can expect for the cost of lunch here in Bangkok on the cheap. And if you're ever in doubt where you can find good, cheap eats, street food, well, head to one of the BTS SkyTrain stops. And right outside here, outside of Lumphini Park, is the Saladang stop. And at night over there, there's the Pat Pong night market. And I think there we can get our food on. If you need any sort of information for your Bangkok trip, places to visit, things to do, and all that, transportation, how to get to and from Bangkok, how to get around Bangkok, what you're here in the Big Mango, the best time of years to visit, well, I've made an e-guide, the Bangkok Essentials e-guide. You can download it, have it in your pocket offline for when you're traveling around this city. There's a link for it down in the description. Right there's the Saladang BTS SkyTrain stop. And if you want to save money, be frugal, be economic in Bangkok, in any big city, well, avoid the big Starbucks coffee chain stores. As you saw this morning, I had the coffee on the cheap, just 25 Thai baht. If you go into a place like Starbucks, you're going to be paying around about 120, 135 Thai baht from there on up. So when you're out and about visiting Bangkok and you need to cool off or you need to find a bathroom, come into one of the many malls that are around the area. They're always air conditioned. You can go into the bathroom, wash off, and head back out for your adventure. Also, sometimes in these malls you can find some inexpensive food courts, but that's not what we're looking for today. We're looking for something else. This is what we're looking for, all the stalls and cheap eats of Saladang. I think somewhere around this area we'll find what we need so we can fill up our belly and do it on a budget. I invite you to just roam around, because just stepping into the little side streets there, found a place where they were cooking with coal, little pots on the coal burning, getting ready, preparing the lunch. Another lady out there preparing the flowers street side. And here, get some lottery tickets being sold. Swadee Cup. A lot of life that you can gather and see when you're out and about and you step away from the main BTS stops. Oh, what do we got up here? Look at this. We got a big market up here. All this is free, just walking around and exploring. Wow, what a great little market. I've never been over to this market before, near the Saladang BTS stop. So many little good bits, fresh fruit, fried food, and we got kids coming out of school. Oh, look at this. We got some buffet spreads. I think I found the place. Swadee Cup. Pat Grapao Cup?
Grapao.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Spicy cup.
Indian.
Pat Mark.
Okay.
Cup.
Thank you.
155 Thai baht for some pad krapao. This just goes to show Bangkok is super cheap when you get off the beaten path. Oh, you got your Thai holy basil. We got our pork in there, ground up, and of course the bird's eye chilies. 55 Thai baht for this. What a bargain! And you know places like this are good because at lunchtime you see all the office workers coming in here. They know where to find good food at a good price. And I'll put the link to this market down in the description below. Also, while you're down there, take a moment to like the video if you're enjoying all the content so far today as we make our way around the city trying to meet this $5 US challenge. Also, I know it's a vanity metric, but many of you aren't yet subscribed. So click that subscribe button while you're down there. It helps me grow my channel, but also it gets my videos out to more people. When they see that number of subscribers, they know there's some good content here. Also, you're notified as a subscriber every time I'm putting out a new video. So please take a moment and subscribe. Also, you needn't worry about the specifics of this market in particular, although it is a pretty cool market. Around most SkyTrain BTS stops, you can find plenty of street food options. Also, look around for the markets around those stops because you can find enclosed places like this with many different stalls so you can have a variety of food to choose from. And like today, you see, you get real goodness. Bam, we did it. We got our food on. Mission accomplished. Oh, if you want to beat the rush and the chaos when you're eating in a market like that, go at 11 o'clock, 10:45, or go after the lunch rush around about 1 p.m. All the office workers are in there from 11:30 to about 12:45 getting their lunch on. So pro tip, work outside of those hours and it'll be much less stressful. Now, I saw this place earlier. I thought it might be the perfect after lunch stop for a refreshing snack. Sodi cup, mango cup. Kapung cup. Yes, sliced up mango, sweet mango for 20 baht. This is one of the really cool things about Bangkok. Oh yeah, fresh fruit on the go. On most busy streets, you'll see people selling fruit cut up, papaya, passion fruit, mango. Mango. We only have a little bit of money left, but I have a plan on how we can spend it. We just have to get to the other side of town. I've done too much walking, no more walking. Slight problem. They do not sell beer here in Thailand between 2 and 5 p.m.
3 hours later.
Well, that was the last bit of our money well spent. Yeah, very cheap day exploring here in Bangkok, but it's not so much about how cheap it is because it's about getting out and exploring a city. And that's what I love the most about doing these sort of challenges and about going out and seeing what's available at low cost. You can do it in any big city around the world, from Sydney to Rome to Chicago. And by the way, how much would $5 US get you in your home city? Drop some comments down below. So the big total, what's the grand total? How much did we spend today? Before we get to that, have you heard I'm putting out a regular email newsletter with all sorts of travel tips and hacks, stories from around the world, like here in Bangkok, all sorts of information you can learn. There's a link to download it below. Now, the grand total, how much did we spend today in our $5 US challenge? Around about 178 Thai baht. Well, we had 5 on the coffee, We had 10 on those delicious rice balls, warm, fried up in oil, 8 on the bottle of water after we toured the motorbikes. Then we got to that delicious pad krapao. Inside that food market, 55 Thai baht. The fruit snack afterwards, well, you couldn't avoid that. That was delicious, 20 Thai baht. And then I put down around about 15 for the BTS, the Sky Train that I took to get back to this point here. I didn't see the exact cost, but we'll call it 15 Thai baht. And then 41 for this delicious cold beer for the big grand total of 174 Thai baht, coming under our budget by 4 Thai baht. Bam! So, if you want to know how the other half live in Bangkok in the most expensive sky bar, well, watch this video next.